I had somebody called Senyonyi. Senyonyi was saying, when these people went to the swamp, why didn't NEMA stop them? But that's a wrong question. Okay, that can be asked. You can ask it. But the bigger question is going in the swamp a small issue which you can ignore and there's no danger to us? Because if it was a small issue that we could ignore, we would ignore it. But what is the consequence of going into the swamp? Desertification. Uganda will become a desert. Can we afford that? Because it affects the rains. 40% of our rain is because of the wetlands. Number two, it affects our ability for irrigation. I have been seeing people commenting, but where was NEMA when these people built buildings? Why did they not stop them? But why should NEMA be the one to stop these people? Don't you have eyes to see a swamp? You yourself. We don't need NEMA. Who doesn't know what a swamp is? Ekshara, if you don't know it, I can tell you in Runyankore. Tuwali na maso. Uwatolina vunanyizibwa. Wajotya mu lutobazi. How did you come in the wetland? And yet you knew it was, because there are signs everywhere of what a wetland is. So I think my appeal to the people in the wetlands, please, I don't want the Basirikare to be Bakambwe. They should give time, say, please go, and the people go by themselves. And I've seen that some people are willing to go from Nabweru. I saw it on the TV, that some of the people on their own, because this is a matter of life and death for this part of the world. Rain, water for irrigation, the wetland resources, and okujejana to filter, our natural filter. If you come to my farms in Chisos, you will see the very blue water. In River Chibimba, River Katonga, very blue water. Water which is very blue, because it is not terrinatosi, it has no soil in it, because we don't interfere with the wetlands, we protect them. The NEMA should work through the local governments. Just tell the Muruka chief, if you find anybody in the swamp, we shall go for you. For the Muruka chief and the Gombora chief. Because they are the ones who live there. Why don't they stop these people? Only people I had offered to help were some few people in Busoga, a few also in Ukedi and in Kigezi, because those ones, but few, not many, because those ones had been misled by the colonial government to go in the swamps. And even the independence government of independence misled our people to go into the Kibimba swamp. There's no way you can get those SDGs without social economic transformation. Society must change so that you are able to get those SDGs sustainably. Because this debate is not new. In the 1960s, all these programs were there. Maybe they were not using those very words, but all these efforts were there to help education, to help this health. But if you audit carefully, the countries which did not focus clearly on ideology and strategy up to now are struggling. So if you do that, if you create jobs, money-making jobs, you make money-making jobs in agriculture, or you become, if you become either an employer or an employee, would you be nearer to achieving the SDGs or further away? You should answer that question. They were happy that they have money now. The old man said he has got money, he doesn't know what to do with the money. And that they need a bank. They have a lot of money. But at the same time, they were complaining about the children who have got degrees, who have no jobs. Now, I was telling them that I thank them very much, because now the improvement which has happened are just two really, 2 or 3. Number one, they stopped nomadism from moving around. Because that's what they used to do, like Anyakun. Anyakun, where's Anyakun? Hata ugo mwishtiogo no mukoro mwejo entezanyi mwegendese zasakuja naziba. Ugo mkazo no mukoro mwejo entezanyi mwikumu biarga nasakuja nagaraka naziba. So the improvement is that they are no longer moving around like the Karamojong. That's one improvement. Second one is that they accepted the enterprise of dairy as a business. Third, they did bush clearing in the farms by removing the bushes. There is a bad grass called Umtete, Afronadas Simbopogan. Then there is some shrubs called Ugandans, Acacia hohai. They removed all of those. That's why you find the areas are clear, because they removed some of those. But then the grass which is there is the one which is self-generating. And it's not well selected. Some of it is good, like this one here, what we call a Jubwe, Bracharia. The scientific name is Bracharia. This is a good grass. But when you leave the farm, the cows concentrate on eating it and it gets finished. So you remain with some other grasses which are not so good. So therefore, what we call the stocking ratio remains low. In a square mile, you can accommodate 300 cows properly. If you are still using the free range, only 300 cows. And yet, if you plant the grass, the calculation I was making with the young boy is that if you you plant the grass deliberately, and you cut it, and you feed the cows, instead of them going to roam to look for the grass, a square mile can cater for 4,800 cows, Frisians. You shift stocking ratio from 300 per square mile to 4,800 per square mile. For the Ankole cows, it's bigger, it's more than that, because a square mile for the Ankole cows, an acre can cater for 12 cows. So therefore, and that one would give, if 1/3 of them are milking, that's how you get the 96,000 liters they were talking about. And that would give you income of 57 million shillings per day. You heard them talking about that. So what I was telling them is that this little thing they have done is just a small step in the right direction. But they can be much, much, much richer. And if they do that, these young people, instead of looking for clerical jobs in Kampala, they would be so much absorbed with this huge industry as shareholders. They will not be looking for office jobs. So therefore, that's why I said I'm going to give them the message to you is that please let our people get involved in the money economy. That's why I brought you here.